Before we start today's video, check out our merch shop, linked in the description down below. Use code Ahsoka in all caps to get $7 off your order. May the Force be with you, and enjoy the vid.
Hello there.
This is where the fun begins.
What's up guys, Unofficial Star Wars here. Hope you're all doing well, and in this video we are going to be discussing the release date of upcoming Star Wars projects, really specifically into the regards of the Mandoverse overall, specifically with the Mandalorian Season 4, and also a possible potential Ahsoka Season 2, especially as it becomes more and more likely that that is going to become a reality, something that would officially be greenlit over at Disney or Lucasfilm rather sooner than later. By which, fingers crossed, we could have an official announcement by the end of the year. I have a whole nother video on the channel already discussing everything that we kind of know about that. But essentially, a bit of a pattern that we've seen for the last couple of years is that Lucasfilm or Star Wars gives us fans a bit of a quote-unquote holiday treat or a holiday gift by giving us something new, something to look forward to within the franchise, whether it's a movie releasing around the holiday season, a new show releasing around the holiday season, or an official announcement for what to look forward to in the new year is something that they've kind of done for the last almost 10 years at this point. So for one, we are anticipating and fingers crossing for that to become a reality, and even more to that, we could see an official announcement and greenlit announcement for an Ahsoka Season 2 becoming a reality in 2025 or maybe even 2026. Of course, it just depends on how everything fans out, but really an official announcement by the end of the year would have to be into the regards for what we're going to be looking forward to in 2024 in the new year, that there being most prominently Star Wars Skeleton Crew and Star Wars The Acolyte. Anyway, in this video, we are going to be discussing a little bit more about the release order of Ahsoka Season 2 and The Mandalorian Season 4, for seeing how all of that is going to kind of fan out. Should Star Wars fans expect Ahsoka Season 2 before The Mandalorian Season 4? In 2023, this last year, Lucasfilm has ramped up its expanding Mandoverse, the era and Disney Plus narrative first begun by The Mandalorian, with The Mandalorian's 4th season, news of a Mandoverse movie, and now Ahsoka. For those of you that may not be in the loop necessarily 100%, I want to shoot down those rumors of that, oh, The Mandalorian Season 4 is going to be a movie. There's just nothing concrete that's really been backing that. Those are simple rumors, so take them with a grain of salt. Although, do remember at the beginning of this year at Star Wars Celebration, Dave Filoni's big Mandoverse culmination movie was announced and confirmed. The Mandalorian Season 4 becoming a Star Wars movie is something separate from that, and that Dave Filoni's Mandoverse culmination movie is still happening. It's just a matter of if, when, and where. And now that Ahsoka Season 1 has come and gone, the question is what the next Mandoverse project timeline looks like and which Star Wars story does come next. Well, for certain, the next Mandoverse edition is going to be Star Wars Skeleton Crew, the next big live-action Disney Plus show and addition to the Mandoverse. Expected and anticipated to be released sometime by the beginning of next year. Following the big cliffhanger conclusion of Ahsoka Episode 8, its finale, and Lucasfilm's possible signaling of an Ahsoka Season 2, we've heard more and more about it from the cast and crew members and behind the scene interviews. The question now is, what does Lucasfilm's Mandoverse timeline look like going forward? At the moment, as I had mentioned, Disney Plus's next Star Wars show set within the particular timeline is Star Wars Skeleton Crew. Something of a bit of a tease that we've heard from many of the cast and crew members about Skeleton Crew is that it is set to kind of play into from what we saw with the Ahsoka show, and that those two shows are going to heavily imply into one another. So there is a potential, if maybe we get, whether it's a simple mention of Ahsoka and Sabine or other characters within the Ahsoka show, maybe Thrawn as a more prominent one, of course, or just downright having the actual characters like appearing, like they already filmed scenes or something like that for Ahsoka to appear in Skeleton Crew. Jude Law is the lead of Skeleton Crew, playing a former Jedi hiding. He does, though, however, meet a group of kids that become stranded in space, and from there it's been described as essentially like a Stranger Things, but for Star Wars. While Vane, one of the pirates from The Mandalorian Season 3, is confirmed to appear in the new show, just how this new narrative connects to Mando, Ahsoka, Tano, and Boba Fett even is unknown. Following Skeleton Crew, the next Mandoverse series to drop on Disney Plus is likely to be The Mandalorian's 4th season, as its pre-production is ramping up right now, and they look to begin production and filming next year, January, really just in a couple of weeks. Prior to the Mando's Season 1 debut and the subsequent strike strikes from earlier this year, Jon Favreau did confirm that he's already written the Season 4 script already, and that reports had suggest that a September or October start date for filming would have been in the cards despite the strikes. So remember back to when I said that, oh, these rumors circulating around of The Mandalorian Season 4 is being rewritten into a movie? There's just nothing backing that necessarily for one, any credible sources, but it's already been written. It's been concreted, it's been greenlit. There's no reason to change it around, especially as they look to be filming in just a couple of short weeks. That timeline was understandably changed by now though, however, but even so, the odds are in favor of The Mandalorian Season 4 getting underway prior to Ahsoka's second season, which, it's worth noting, Lucasfilm is officially yet to announce, although we've heard all types of teases here and there from the Ahsoka cast and crew members, from Dave Filoni himself to Rosario Dawson herself. And even so, the events of Episode 8, Ahsoka's finale, not only allowed for further storytelling with those characters, but demanded it seemingly. Whether or not though, however, they pick up those plot points and thread narratives with an Ahsoka Season 2 or within Dave Filoni's Mandoverse movie that looks to be still a bit farther down the road, maybe potentially releasing in 2025 or 2026, remains to be seen. While it is true that Dave Filoni could forego an Ahsoka Season 2 to resolve the series' new issues and its loose threads within his own Mandoverse movie, Rosario Dawson had teased the possibility of a second season before the show's premiere, saying that if fans love the show, then we get to do more, essentially saying that, well, if it performs well and it gets the views, essentially, then we're gonna do more of it. Saying that, I really hope that the fans love it. That means A, we get to do more, and B, we've honored the legacy of this character and this journey, and I know that's what we intended to do, she says, ending that quote right there. Regardless of whether Ahsoka's obstacles are revisited in a second season, or on the big screen with Dave Filoni's culmination movie, or within Skeleton Crew even, or even The Mandalorian Season 4, it's somewhere in the cards. It's unlikely though that they would be resolved before Mando and Grogu's return in The Mandalorian Season 4. I think even if they were to announce an Ahsoka Season 2 moving forward and being like officially announced and greenlit and everything like of that nature, I don't think that they would begin filming and production until spring or summer of next year, which they definitely should and could. So this year all being given, the future Mandoverse timeline is a quite packed one. It can get a bit jumbled around, but that's what I'm here for, to keep you guys updated with it all and explain it all. And it's all the more reason to grab that subscribe button if you haven't already. According to Star Wars officially, the Dave Filoni helmed Mandoverse movie is going to focus on the New Republic and looks to close out the interconnected stories told within The Mandalorian, The Book of Boba Fett, Ahsoka, and everything in between within the Mandoverse over on Disney+. Apart from Filoni hinting at Thrawn being his film's big bad, a little else, including a release date, has actually been revealed for the Mandoverse movie from Dave Filoni. However, if the film is the Mandoverse's quote-unquote endgame, it's expected to follow the Mandalorian's future seasons, as well as whatever additional seasons await Ahsoka and possibly Skeleton Crew. It's been described as this culmination movie, but both Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau have come out to say that they still want to do and tell more stories even after his big culmination movie. Speaking of which, Skeleton Crew, being a new story with new characters, may actually provide fans with an idea of how many Disney Plus seasons stand between the present and Filoni's film. And if so, the Star Wars faithful should have a clearer grasp on the franchise's future in the months to come. This year all being said, guys, let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. I would love to hear what you guys are all thinking and what you guys are looking forward to seeing within a galaxy far, far away. Thanks so much for watching today's video. Of course, this has been an official Star Wars. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great one. May the Force be with you as always. Peace out.